According to the CDC National Center for Health Statistics, 40% of adults between the ages of 20 and 39 are obese, 44% between 40 and 59 are obese, and 41.5% over the age 60 are obese. Plus, obesity is prevalent in about 20% of children and adolescents starting from age 2. So yeah, this is a big issue and it affects a lot of us. It's also why it's very important to be able to identify the lies you've been told about how to lose weight fast so that you can avoid the heartache and the disappointment of becoming one of these statistics. And maybe even help a friend or a daughter or a mom out along the way. This brings me to the first big lie you've been told. Can you guess what it is?
It's all carbs.
Low carbs.
That's too much carbs.
No one taught me about carbs.
No carbs.
Carbs are the devil's spawn.
I don't eat carbs.
Lie number 1, carbs are bad. Carbohydrates are very misunderstood and they get labeled as bad and are blamed for weight gain and diabetes and, well, look at this. But it's not as simple as that. Carbs can be complex. Get it? I could eat these all day. Carbs play an essential role in your body after you eat them and arguably really enjoy them because carbs are delicious. Carbs are then broken down into glucose, which is the preferred source of energy for your brain, organs, and all of your cells. Just like with fats and proteins though, carbs are not all created equal, and that can lead to a lot of misunderstandings. It's the types of carbs, along with portion size and how often you eat them, that make a difference to your health. So there are simple carbs and complex carbs, and they are very different. Simple carbs are high in sugar and low in fiber, and that means that they're absorbed faster by your body, which can cause spikes in blood sugar. And that isn't something we want to do a lot to our body because it can wear out your insulin sensitivity and lead to health issues like metabolic disorders and diabetes. Think cookies, candy, pasta, white bread. Complex carbs, on the other hand, are high in fiber and starch, so your body digests them much more slowly, and that matters because you feel fuller longer, your body doesn't get that big blood sugar spike, you don't get an energy burst and then crash, and you stabilize your appetite. Think whole wheat bread and pasta, rolled oats, quinoa, fruits, and veggies. So the big lie here is that not all carbs are bad. In fact, shifting away from simple carbs and towards complex carbs can improve your weight loss and even help with blood sugar control, digestion, heart health, energy, and a better mood.
The VOC day.
My 1,000-calorie diet.
Can you guess the next one we're going to discuss? That you need to eat as little calories as possible in order to lose weight. I've been there too. This is an easy one to make work in your head. If weight loss is just calories in versus calories out, then we could just lower the number of calories in and solve that equation, right? We can beat the system. Just one thing though.
Can't beat the system.
Your body knows better and it will change how it responds to your behavior when you change your behavior. For example, way back in September of '03, I was trying to lose weight for my wedding. I was 20 years old, weighed about 210 pounds, and I needed to lose 50 pounds. I had always kind of struggled with my weight, but since starting college, I had gained another 60 pounds, I wasn't exercising, and I had gotten into a really bad pattern of eating whatever I wanted, which usually meant eating way too much food for dinner followed by dessert. So I went on the internet and I learned that the secret to weight loss was calories in versus calories out. So I started at 1,400 calories in a day and I lost some weight. But then it stopped after a month or so I dropped that to 1,300. That lasted for a few months. I was slowly losing weight, but then that stalled too. So I reduced it to 1,250, then 1,100, then 1,050, and so on. I lost the 50 pounds, along with my strength, any joy in eating, my muscle tone, confidence in myself, and really my control. This brings me to the problem with this lie. You can't ever stop. You have to keep eating at that low level to maintain the weight loss. But you can't because your body starts to break. So then you have to start eating even less, and this teaches you all the wrong things. Severely restricting your calories will decrease your metabolism and cause you to lose your muscle mass, and that's gonna make it even more difficult to maintain your weight loss in the long run. It's better to just steer clear of diets like these that require you to severely restrict your calories, whether it's in the form of a special shake or removing an entire food group. Instead, opt for diets that are focused on nutritional quality, moderation, and encourage you to actually make sustainable lifestyle changes.
This diet is very scientific, sir. All the meals are pre-planned and delivered to your doorstep.
This is our breakfast.
An orange wedge, 3 cashew nuts.
Man, I feel this next lie hard. I've tried the cabbage soup diet, the extreme calorie restriction diet, the fat-free diet, the Weight Watchers diet, each time thinking this was gonna be the solution to my weight loss problem. Fad diets come at us with sparkly new options and brand new solutions to the same old problem, promising to be the missing link that you've been looking for. To spot a fad diet, look at these 6 signs. Does it eliminate important sources of nutrition like an entire food group? Does it require you to buy their supplements or pre-made foods? Does it have rigid rules like only eating grapefruit or cabbage soup? Does it promise a quick fix? Do the claims sound too good to be true? Are the recommendations based on just a single study? They might originally be based on like a little bit of information learned in some research, but then they'll stretch it to such an extreme, no longer scientifically sound. If you hear a new fad diet that sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
It's too good to be true.
I always recommend doing your own research, checking out what the experts are saying, and then if it does seem legit and it offers a reasonable approach to healthy, sustainable weight loss, try it out and stick with it consistently for at least a month, hopefully longer, rather than just waiting for the next fad diet and trying that and just continuing that cycle.
Please report to living room for 3 hours of cardio.
Cardio hip hop groove it is then.
I remember when I was first trying to lose weight, I was really aware that I needed to get exercise. But back then, I thought the only way to get exercise to lose weight was to run. So I'd lace up my shoes and I'd run for about 4 minutes outside, which felt like 15 minutes, and then I'd give up because I hated it, it hurt, and I wasn't any good at it. Really, I thought losing weight wasn't worth it and I'd never be able to run. It wasn't until years later that I finally learned that running isn't the only way to lose weight. Now, cardio's value is that it will burn calories, and the more calories you burn, the better chance you're gonna have weight loss. But it's also extremely inefficient compared to strength training, which is gonna build lean muscle mass, and that is gonna both increase your metabolism and decrease your fat. So the more muscle you build, the more calories you'll burn on a day-to-day basis. So for my clients who are actively getting their strength training in and have their nutrition on point, I sometimes will recommend either high-intensity interval training or low-intensity steady-state cardio. And those are gonna increase fat burning, but it's not the main focus by any means, and my clients see significant weight loss even without adding in that extra cardio. So next time you have the option to hit the treadmill or lift some weights, if your goal is weight loss, go for the weights every time. Then if you have some extra time when you're done, you can add in a little bit of cardio.
Sorry, doesn't work that way.
Technically, yes, since intermittent fasting is not a diet, you can eat anything you want, just like anyone else can eat whatever they want, anytime.
What's the catch?
But if you're looking to use IF as a way to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit, meaning you're eating less calories than you burn. If your calorie intake is too high, you're gonna gain weight instead of losing it. So think about it, you have 2 people, one who isn't following any diet and one who is following IF. You give each of them a pizza, a burger, an ice cream cone, some spaghetti, a couple sodas, and a candy bar. What's gonna happen to the person who isn't fasting? She's gonna gain weight. What's gonna happen to the person who is fasting but ate during her feeding window? She's also gonna gain weight.
Damn, I thought I had something there.
Condensing your eating window and fasting for extended periods of time with intermittent fasting is gonna do a ton of great things for your health. Like it'll improve your blood sugar levels and insulin sensitivity. It lowers your chronic inflammation. It enhances heart health, blood pressure, cholesterol levels. It increases human growth hormone, or HGH, to increase muscle strength. It boosts brain function and prevents neurodegenerative disorders. It increases metabolism, which helps with weight loss. And it can even extend longevity. And I discuss these in detail in my intermittent fasting guide for women video, for which I will share the link in the description. But it does not mean you can eat whatever you want with IF if your goal is to lose weight.
I did it. I lost 30 pounds. 35 pounds.
I lost 31 pounds.
51 pounds and 27 inches.
Just search online for how to lose 10 pounds in a week and you'll get all sorts of crazy things you can do. But can you really lose 10 pounds in a week? Contrary to many extreme weight loss methods and diets like the 7-day diet and the military diet, losing 10 pounds in a week is practically impossible, even if it weren't healthy. Safe weight loss involves losing 1 to 2 pounds a week. This is what I target with my clients, and it's what I recommend you do too. Does that mean it takes longer? Yes, but you're way more likely to keep off the weight when you lose it over longer periods of time that require consistent change in your lifestyle, not some random scary 3-day diet challenge. Like anything in life, it took time to gain that weight. It's gonna take time to take the weight back off. But really, when we're on a restrictive diet and we lose that weight very quickly over the first few days, it's just water weight from the loss of stored glycogen from our muscles. It's not true fat loss. Fat loss usually comes at a rate of about a pound a week when you follow dietary and fitness changes. And on the off chance that you somehow lose 10 pounds in just 1 week, once you stop eating the way that the diet is telling you to, all the weight you just lost is gonna come back immediately unless you resort to another extreme solution that's not gonna last either.
Right back where you started.
That leads me into the next big lie.
You take the blue pill, you take the red pill.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could just sit back, take a pill, and then our fat would melt away? Our bodies would look toned and it would just be that easy? And I'm not even making this up. Those lies are literally product claims on Amazon when you search for weight loss pills. Fat burners, ACV gummies, diet pills, all make these giant claims. The problem is that all these products are all categorized as dietary supplements, not as drugs. So according to the current FDA regulations, that means that nobody has to prove that they even work. I know recently there's been a big buzz around a potential fat loss miracle called Ozempic. And while that's not the type of pill I'm talking about here, there's a very big difference between over-the-counter diet supplements and prescription weight loss medication. That being said, Ozempic does seem promising in reducing hunger, which is going to help to increase weight loss. But that was in patients after 68 weeks of expensive weekly injections, who also were improving their lifestyle choices. So next time you're tempted by the great marketing on those ACV gummies at the store, I've been there too. Just picture this as the company behind those unsupported claims.
Pills are good. Pills are good.
The next lie is a big one.
More time, which leads me to an important announcement.
The number on the scale is just one single objective measurement of your progress. It can go up or down even if you're doing everything you're supposed to do. Look at it this way. The scale is the honey badger.
Honey badger don't care.
It only knows body mass. It doesn't understand or care about body composition. In fact, if you start strength training and really start to build muscle, you're gonna look amazing, but you're also likely to be at least 10 more pounds than you think you should be due to that added muscle. Look at all these women who have worked on increasing their lean muscle mass through strength training. They all weigh the same, if not more, than the photo on the left, but look at how they all look amazing. Weight fluctuates naturally due to water retention, muscle gain, bowel movements, menstrual cycles, and your body's reaction to the food you recently ate. It's totally normal to go up or down a few pounds even on a daily basis. While I do recommend that most people weigh themselves at least weekly, like I discussed in my video on what the research says about weighing yourself daily, which is also linked below, it's important to remember it's just one single form of data. Other data points to track are your energy levels, how your clothes fit, are you hitting PRs in the gym, because that's an indicator of building muscle, progress pictures, body measurements, and even personal habits, meaning are you making the choices that align with your goals or not? Because all those data points are going to add up to reach the person you want to be.
Come on, girl, it's fat free.
Like I teach in my 30-day healthy program, dietary fats are a vital component of regular diets. They're one of the 3 macronutrient sources, along with protein and carbs, that our bodies need. Fats help give your body energy, protect your organs, keep cholesterol and blood pressure in check, and they help your body absorb vital nutrients. But so many of us have fallen victim to advertising campaigns and misinformation suggesting that we'd all be better off without fat.
Eat Wells, sugar-free, low-fat fun bars.
Just because it's low fat or fat-free doesn't mean it's good for you, or it's even gonna help you lose weight, especially when it comes to grocery items like these here. In fact, they're worse because they're making you believe the lie that you're eating healthier. So instead of thinking low fat or no fat, think more good fat instead. When you take the real fat out of food, it starts to lack flavor because fat is delicious. To account for this, food manufacturers stick other ingredients into the products, mostly sugar and unhealthy additives like thickeners and extra salt, which can also boost the calorie content. So instead, try to think of it as good fat and bad fat. Good fats include both monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, like olive and avocado oils, salmon, and full-fat dairy. Bad fats include trans fats found in hydrogenated and partially hydrogenated oils, often used in commercial baked products and fast food. Now, keeping the amount of fat in your diet down to 30% of your overall calories is still important. But what's most important is that you're eating the right kinds of heart-healthy fats more so than the unhealthy fats.
Pretty simple. You'll agree to stop feeding yourself food for some amount of time, and in exchange, you'll pay exorbitant amounts of money for a bunch of different juices for every meal.
Oh, it tastes like spicy grass.
We're getting close to the new year, which brings the influx of searches for juice cleanses and detox diets, promising to help you shed pounds quickly while simultaneously giving your skin a beautiful glow and flushing harmful toxins from your body. They're crazy high in sugar and oftentimes even artificial ingredients. It is true, I guess, that you're gonna lose some weight on a juice cleanse, but this is just because you're consuming fewer calories. Unfortunately, once you finish the cleanse and you get back to eating your normal meals, you're gonna regain the weight. The bottom line is that there's no scientific evidence that a juice diet or cleanse removes toxins from your body.
So there's no evidence.
And your body already does a great job of removing toxins on its own. Those small blips or bad choices and overindulgences don't mean you have poisoned your body and you need to go detox it. Just get back on track with mindful eating focused on high fiber whole foods, staying hydrated, eating healthy fats and lean proteins, and you'll do so much better for your weight loss goals.
Actually, all that sounds pretty convincing.
Coming from someone who struggled in the past with losing weight, who fell for all the marketing lies, the fat-free foods, and the hypes of all those new fad diets, I get how frustrating it is to learn about these lies, especially when you feel like it comes too late. That's why I want to share my top 11 fat loss tips with you for how I lost a total of 250 pounds, finally, and how I've kept it off for years. And all of these are based in science. Watch this video next to find out how.